Hey there, this is Daniel Sinaway with Morris Manning & Martin. This is another video in our series for the Morris Manning & Martin Tech Law blog, as well as our SE Tech podcast. I am joined today by Pete DiSalvo with DataCapable. DataCapable is a San Diego-based company, SaaS business focusing on the safety of communities. Pete, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Daniel. And I'm actually at home right now. I'm not in a fancy office, but I do have a cool background. This is a real background. And yeah, thanks for having me.
It looks great. It looks like you're in an upscale office space, and I kind of want to join you, so it looks great.
Thanks.
So if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about DataCapable, how you started, the origins of the business, and kind of what the business is today.
Yeah, so I started DataCapable with a best friend from college, still a best friend today. He lives in Maine. And it all started back in November 2012. We were in Rhode Island together, and Superstorm Sandy hit, which was pretty devastating up and down the coast. And I'm sure you remember that. It was a pretty big deal at the time. And we're sitting in my apartment, and the power went out. So we look outside, and there's just trees down everywhere, all over the power lines, just complete chaos. And immediately we're like, the utility must know what's happening, right? Like, they're providing power, they must know. But let's try to give them a call just to make sure. So we called, and we couldn't get through. They wouldn't pick up. So then we started searching around the web and realized on social media, tons of people are taking photos, videos of what's happening in their neighborhoods. And at that point, we realized the utility doesn't know, and they should have this information. Basically, actionable intelligence for them to help get the power back on. And that's when we started moonlighting and creating software to help solve this problem.
Very cool. And so how long ago was that you first started?
So really, it was right after Superstorm Sandy. So we started DataCapable in 2013, early 2013. It really started with a focus on power outages and utility companies, but since then, it's expanded to anything that impacts the safety of people, assets, or places in communities, like active shooters, wildfires, floods, and about 15 other topics.
And can you tell us a little bit about the product, maybe? I mean, is it a SaaS tool? Is it a downloadable application? You know, who are your main customers? Who do you sell to? How do people use it? All that stuff.
Yeah, sure. So we're a SaaS business. So basically, we have a website, and we sell access to the website as a license, yearly license. And our vision as a company, vision and mission, is to close the communication gap between businesses and the communities that those businesses serve, with the focus on keeping people safe in assets in places. So utilities has been our niche for years. About 80% of our revenue comes from utilities. And we've developed these proprietary patented algorithms to help scan not only social media, but any intelligence on the web, any unstructured data. We funnel through our algorithm to take that heavy lifting off the shoulders of a human and help just kind of filter down the noise, get rid of the noise, and deliver actionable intelligence in the form of email alerts or text message alerts, or pins dropping on maps in systems they already have in their operations center or anywhere else.
Makes sense. So when you're out there in the market and you're competing with other businesses for new customers and new business, you know, how do you differentiate yourself from those competitors? I mean, what do you use in terms of describing the product and how you pitch the company? And what do you think really creates that differentiation for DataCapable?
Yeah, sure. A big part of it is our proprietary algorithms. So the way we do it is pretty unique, and nobody can do it exactly like we do. And that helps us keep the cost down. So we don't have to pay people all the time to do this work. We have algorithms to help, but not everybody trusts algorithms, and algorithms aren't always accurate. So we have 24/7 human in the loop that will verify the output of the algorithm, make corrections, update it, or ignore it. And they have 3 minutes to actually do this piece of the puzzle before the alerts get delivered. So anytime our clients get an alert, it's actionable intelligence that in the moment we think is happening in real time.
So I know when we started this call, you indicated that you are not in a fancy office. You are in your home, although you do have a beautiful shiplap background there. So given that we are in this COVID world that we've been living in, and for those watching this video at some point in the future, this is July 2020. So we've been in call it, the COVID lockdown world for, 4 or 5 months now, depending on when you started. So, given that this world we live in and how it's impacted so many businesses, across the globe, how is DataCapable dealing with this issue? What do you see as the growth trajectory for the company? What kind of measures have you been implementing to address it? And just give me a feel for those things.
Yeah, sure. And our business, we're all remote anyway. So our headquarters is in San Diego. We have a co-working space here and a couple others in different cities in the US, in Maine, in Austin. But I think really the biggest impact for us as a team is just the mental impact and the uncertainty of knowing what's going to happen, not being able to do the things that you normally do, like maybe exercise, go to a gym, go to a restaurant, kind of the stress relievers that we have as individuals. So we spend a lot of time kind of getting together as a team and just hanging out, talking beyond work. Beyond the mental situation, I think that's kind of improving at this point. San Diego is normal-ish. It's getting there. But in terms of the business impact, utilities luckily are still generating revenue. They're not impacted too much, but the hard part has been getting people together, like getting our clients in a room or on a call because everyone's at home. They've got their kids in the background. So that's been a big impact. But then really the goal for the rest of the year is to continue to grow internationally. Although the world was impacted, I think the US today in July is impacted more than a lot of other places, especially California. So our goal is to continue to grow, but move a lot of our marketing and networking efforts online. So we're kind of overhauling our website, putting more effort into marketing, whereas before, pre-COVID, we spent a lot of time at conferences that just aren't happening anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's true for lots of businesses. I mean, I know, I used to enjoy, weekly going with lots of clients to lunches and breakfasts and cocktail hours and conferences and all those kinds of things. And haven't done any of that stuff in a long time. But the good news is we at least have Zoom. They can talk these ways and at least see people face to face.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Well, Pete, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. Again, it's Pete DiSalvo with DataCapable, and good luck for the rest of 2020 and beyond.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Daniel. Appreciate it. It's been great working with you and your team.